Peace, soul family. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, TAHLIALOREAL, and I am so excited to have you guys here with me. We are doing another, I guess we could call it ASMR tarot reading. You guys seem to like when I did that a couple weeks ago, so I am trying it again because y'all know me, I like to switch things up. But anyway, if this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome. I hope that you decide to stay and become a part of our growing tribe. But if you're just passing through, that's okay as well. To the returning subscribers, I love you. Welcome back. Let's hop right into the energy. Anything you need to know about me is in the description box. Holla at your girl. All right, so right here, y'all can see we have my lovey-dovey crystal ball. That sounded so goofy, but anyways. And today we're going to be doing messages from the Raven/Crow spirit, okay? I'm going to be scrying the first half of this reading, and then afterwards I will be getting some clarifications with the Crow Tarot deck. Again, this channeled message is from the Raven and Crow spirit. They're both members of the Corvid family. Oftentimes people do get these birds confused because they look very similar. However, there are some slight differences, and you guys can look that up online if you like. But the reason I chose to channel messages from the Crow/Raven spirit is, for one, I love them. If you all have ever seen me in person or follow me on social media where I post pictures, I have a small raven tattoo next to my eye. And it's pretty small. A lot of people mistake it for like makeup, or they have to look really closely and be like, is that a bird? And you know, it's a good conversation starter. But I resonate deeply with the spirit of the Raven or Crow because I have had a near-death experience and have touched the other side, so to speak. So I'm well acquainted with the energy of death in the underworld. And also because they are such smart birds, such smart creatures. And you know, the fear that a lot of people project on these birds is it's really unfounded. It's so beautiful actually to know, like, if you ever researched crows and ravens and what their spiritual meaning symbolized, you may, read death and destruction, but if you dig deeper, it's actually about intelligence, transformation, mystery in the unseen world or realm. And that is where I operate a lot of times, because this spiritual work that I do is not just for YouTube. YouTube is like fun for me right now. I'm not making any money off YouTube. It's like me giving back, But, this is my full time. This is how I make my abundance to live, through my spiritual gifts and abilities. So, I carry a deep connection to the unseen realm oftentimes, majority of the times during the day, if I have a lot of clients or, events and such. But if you have been seeing crows or ravens as of late, or if you feel like you resonate with the crow or raven spirit, this message is definitely for you, okay? I feel like I'm talking to people that have a strong intuition, a third eye that's quite strong as well. I'm talking to those that may have prophetic visions, who maybe have mediumship abilities. Perhaps hidden or ancient knowledge comes to you very easily, even when you're not looking for it. You have been called a messenger. Say, for instance, you're just at the grocery store and you making nice with someone in the line, and then you just say one sentence that makes somebody's mouth drop, and it's like that one sentence could have changed their life, because you are able to channel messages without even knowing it. And maybe that person had been wondering the answer to a question for weeks, and then just one chat with you in the grocery store line and one sentence you said solved the issue, solved the riddle. So those are other signs that you could resonate with the crow spirit. Also, the crow or raven spirit represents the shadow aspect of ourselves, which is also the unseen realm, right? And that's where things get a little tricky. And I think that's gonna that kind of circles back, to me saying how crows and ravens are often misunderstood. Some people are very, very superstitious. When they see crows or ravens, they immediately think of death and illness and destruction, because of what we've kind of been taught. And oftentimes it rarely means that. When you see these animals or these birds, they represent so much more. And I think as we shift to the age of Aquarius, at least when I'm recording this, I don't know when you guys are going to watch it, we are gathering more divine intelligence at a higher rate. The ascension symptoms are on 100, whether this is your first go around with ascension or your 100th. We are all ascending as a collective. So some of us could feel like we're even going a few steps back on our spiritual journey, when actually we're just reviewing some things before we take a giant leap forward. But that does involve the review of our shadow selves, our darker aspects, which we often avoid out of shame, out of guilt, out of fear. And therefore, later on, those very aspects that we didn't want to look at or acknowledge or heal come back to bite us in the butt. And so not only on an individual scale, but on a collective scale, we are experiencing the shadow aspect of humanity at this time. And whatever that looks like, it's going to be different for everyone watching. But what I can say is that we are choosing our shadow right now, but it is almost out of necessity for the transcendence and ultimate healing of this planet, and ascension of this planet. And when I say healing, it does not mean everybody's perfect, kumbaya around the campfire, everybody on the planet is rich and wealthy. It's balancing the light and the dark. Right now we are going through the shadows to get back to that light, at least as much as possible. So as I'm looking into the crystal ball, I'm seeing the number 4, also the number 6. So somebody could be 46, somebody could be life path 4, life path 6, somebody could be born in April or June, April 6th or June 4th. Somebody could even be born in 1946. I don't know who my viewers are, but I'm getting that you guys are feeling like you don't even know who you are right now at this point in time on your journey. Some of you guys, I just heard and see you packing your car and just driving somewhere. Like you're just up and you want to up and leave. And sorry guys, I don't know if it's Mercury retrograde pre-shadow or what, but I'm stumbling all over my words. So please give me grace. Sometimes when I'm channeling, it's hard to put it in the verbal words because I have Mercury in Virgo in the 12th house. So if you know astrology, you know how that can be. But anyways, I see someone packing up and just leaving, like they can't take it anymore. Like they have to get out of there. That's what I'm hearing. I have to get out of here. I see people questioning their relationships. I see people questioning their identity, questioning the why behind what they do. And this what seems to be the start of a dark night, the dark night of the soul, where we are going into the untapped aspects of our psyche, of ourselves. Some people call it inner child healing, where we start to rediscover who we are and what makes us happy. So I see that someone could resonate with that story. I also see a black dog. Okay, so some of you guys could resonate with Hecate or Hecate, who is the dark goddess of the underworld, the crossroads, and she is also the goddess of witchcraft and prophecy and spell work. So some of you guys could start to get interest or gain interest in those areas of your life, and that's like a shadow aspect of yourself that you're having a hard time understanding, because maybe you grew up in the church, maybe you grew up believing that even you watching this right now is a sin, and so thus you are struggling with the curiosity and the natural gifts that you have in those areas of your life that are actually meant to be integrated into who you are. That does not mean that you're not a Christian or you're not atheist or you're not Muslim if you have these gifts. Everybody has their own unique set of gifts, no matter what your religion is or lack thereof. But I am seeing someone struggling with those quote unquote labels, and you don't have to label yourself anything. It's more so just struggling with that part of yourself that, you know, maybe has to shed those labels from childhood or from the church or from friends or family, even partners, at, you know, depending on how old you are. So I'm going to put the crystal ball to the side for now so I can pull some tarot. But thank you for sitting through that intro. And we're going to get right into the tarot deck and see what the Crow/Raven spirit wants to share with you guys. All right, we'll get into it, guys. Pardon my chip nails. I am a Virgo, and so this is really eating me up, but I did not want to delay making this video. Spirit said record it now, so I'm being obedient. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's expound on the messages from the Raven and Crow spirit. Holy Spirit, what do we have? We have the Two of Swords, and that is exactly the energy I was picking up when it's like you don't even know who you are. You are venturing into an unknown territory of yourself, the darkest, most hidden aspects of yourself. You are venturing into that, and it can seem like a nightmare for some of you guys. For some of you guys, maybe you're excited though. You know, I don't want to categorize everyone, but with this Two of Swords, it just seems like you are just jumping head first into something where you don't even know. I don't want to take all those right now, Spirit. You don't even know. Jumping head first, Knight of Wands. There you have it. See that? Into the unknown. But the Knight of Wands is very confident, okay? The Knight of Wands is very fiery energy, even though, I'm going to use this, actually, it's my little pointer. Even though you may not see, because this Crow Raven is blindfolded, you may not see where you're headed. You're going to go ahead and fly anyway because you know you're supported by your gifts with this wand here, like a magic wand. And you know as you go through the darkness, everything will eventually be illuminated with this sun right here. So, hey, y'all going to do it. I love it. Well, those watching, you're going to do it. I feel like you're going to venture into these unknown aspects of yourself. Four of Cups. Now, as I say that, we have this Crow here. Kind of feeling like, will I be rejected for going into this dark space, going into the unknown parts of me? Who will be left? Maybe one person in particular you're worried about if they're going to stick around through this dark phase of your life. And remember, guys, dark does not mean evil, bad, sad. Dark just means the unknown. You may not have every detail. And so you're wondering if maybe there's a friend group or just one particular friend person is going to be there as you venture into this unknown territory. Let's get more. King of Wands. All right. We went from the Knight to the King. You're accelerating, baby. You're going for it. We got the salamander spirit out here. Some of you guys may resonate with the salamander spirit. Cannot have fire without the salamander, okay? We got the rose here. We got another wand. We got the raven here on top of the lion. The lion and the raven. I love it. Because we know that lions are known as the king or queen, but kings of the jungle, of their realm. And ravens, often, and when you see a raven and a lion, it's very rare that they're being attacked or that there's any discord, because there's a mutual respect. There's a mutual intelligence between these two species, and they are able to kind of cohabitate in a sense. Now, if you got footage of some attacks or something by a lion on a raven or crow, okay, I get it. But I've never seen anything, okay? If anything, I've seen more them being very congenial and like getting along, okay? But I digress. Anyways, I do see you stepping into your power. You enter as a knight and you are venturing through as a king. This is not about gender. It's about the energy. And I also see this Four of Cups as you like rejecting parts of yourself that no longer resonate, because as you go through this dark night, as you travel through the realms of the shadow within, you discard parts of yourself that you realize, you know what? That's not me. That was projected on me by school, society, my friends, my family, my lover, my ex-lover, my coworker. I'm going to reject this and step into my power. And listen, that can be scary. That can be so scary when you reject parts. Wow, magician. I said that in the beginning with the wand. I said, wow, okay. A lot to unpack here, okay? But this is very powerful, y'all. As you reject parts of yourself that no longer resonate, you come into your power. And you know what? The lion is the king of the jungle, and the lion protects the pack. They don't necessarily need anyone, but they are known to protect, right? And as you come into your power and you become secure in who you are, you become this magician energy. You rise, right? You rise, wings spread, almost like the phoenix rising from the ashes. And not only did you enter, look at this, you entered with a wand, but you exit with all the tools, the wand, the pentacle, the sword, and the cups, because you are rising from the ashes into the sunlight. From the darkness comes the light. And we're back at phase 1. You're back home. You're back home. See how this is 2? 2 is like, okay, I'm making the decision, and then we're back at 1 at the end. Now, come on, keep up with me, y'all. I know I'm probably maybe on the tangent. This is pure channeling, okay? But you rise as the magician with all the tools to create the life you desire. And this comes from integrating and revealing the untapped potential within, which is the shadow. So many people, when they hear shadow work, they're very surface with it. They don't want to get deep. They want to get, oh, shadow might, when so-and-so called me a name, or, my parents, they never supported and went to none of my games. Okay, let's get deeper. Okay, let's talk about the alcohol abuse. Let's talk about the SA. Okay, let's talk about the RA. Let's talk about things that are uncomfortable. Let's get deep into it. And I'm not saying everybody has experienced those things, but I'm just saying shadow work sometimes in the spiritual community can be very surface level, and that's why there's still so much ego within, just this spiritual realm. And when, to me, spirituality is not a one size fits all. It's not about good or bad. It just is. It's just your personal walk with the divine. And how you walk with divine, your God or goddess, or however it resonates, y'all. This is a channel that's inclusive of everyone. I don't reject, because God doesn't reject. Okay. At least the God that I know, or the goddess, because I do believe that there's feminine and masculine aspects within and also in the divine. So I just heard go deeper. If you think you're going deep now, go deeper. Lean into the mud. Lean into the shit, okay? And really, really dig in it and lay in it for as long as you need. And pretty much after a while, you'll start being like, this stink. Now it's drying up on me. Oh my God, no, I got to get up out of here. I got to wash myself clean of this gunk. The psychic glue that has held you back from rising into your power as this magician, creating the life you deserve. Messages from the Raven and Crow spirit. Wow, beautiful. Yeah, I had no idea. And I just want to say thanks again, because I just felt like, I don't know, I'm getting a little antsy and insecure about the reading, because purely channeled, I didn't practice this, nothing. And I never really practiced, but I guess, I don't know. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. The lovers. And you know what I started to say? Gemini energy out here. We got Gemini, heavy on the Gemini. Gemini could be watching. Gemini, Virgo, out here, heavy fire. I mean, we got a little everything, but except for Earth. Oh, well, and then we do in the Magician, the Virgo energy. You know what's so interesting about this coming out? This Lover's card, I'm going to hold it up. Okay, you see the 2 crows, ravens. Typically, when you see ravens, like, they're in pairs. If you see one, there's another one close by. Trust and believe. And when these birds mate, they mate for life. So what this can mean for you, I don't know. Take it as it resonates. Maybe after you go through the shadow work, I just heard some of you guys could be praying for a divine counterpart for your person. Well, this person will come into your energy field when your frequency is raised after you do your shadow work. You can't skip the work, because what's going to happen is, underneath the deck, 9 of Wands, no matter how good this divine counterpart is or seems, the same wounds are going to come up from the shadow. And you're not going to be able to see yourself clearly or this divine counterpart clearly because the work was not done. So that's a special message for someone out there. Let's get some more. Thank you. The High Priestess. Who are you? Listen, okay. We got 2-2 out here, 4-4. 2-2 and 4-4. First of all, let's just look at this. The Magician and the High Priestess. And I said in the beginning that some of you guys were very powerful priestesses, priests, magicians. You may resonate with the term witch or prophet or, a pastor. I don't know. Listen. Sorry, a toddler. Let's remove the labels. At the end of the day, this is powerful. I look at the Magician as like the masculine aspect of like spirituality and power, and I look at the High Priestess as like the feminine aspect, like the intuition, the knowing, the prophecy. Through this shadow work, you are fully embodying your power with the King of Wands. With the King of Wands, y'all. So where's the resistance coming from? Why are you guys, and I'm not saying everyone is, okay, but I do feel resistance from some of you all venturing through this shadow work. Give me more. Yeah, you feel burdened. You feel like it's just too much. And listen, y'all. Listen, Linda, listen. When I had my first Dark Night of the Soul, y'all, I thought I was already doing the work. It's so funny. You think you're doing the work until you get tested in real life with the situation. You think you're doing your meditation, your yoga, you're vegan, you're doing this, you got your sound bowls, your breath work. But when you get tossed in them trenches, baby, with a narcissist or an entity attached to somebody, or yourself coming from within, then you really put those spiritual skills to the test. This 10 of Wands shows that you're ready to drop this burden. You've been so burdened by something. What is this spirit that they've been burdened by? Okay, let's get another clarify, please. Yeah, working through this past sadness, the past. It's like you're tired. I'm always doing the work. I'm always working through sadness. I'm always working through betrayal. I'm tired. 10 of Wands. I'm tired. Spirit says go deeper. Your ancestors say go deeper. Go deeper. And within that, boom, I knew it, the Emperor. I was waiting. Heavy on the Aries energy now. Through this work, whether you're masculine or feminine, you become the divine masculine embodiment of in the 3D, which is the Emperor. The Emperor builds the empires with the skill set that he has. I'm saying he, but not gender specific. The Magician and the High Priestess at his side, because, and this is what a lot of you guys don't know, and some of you guys, if you watch like the mystical movies and shows, they always like have a raven or some sort of bird or some sort of familiar that gives them this knowledge, okay? And they go off and send these messages and stuff. So back in the ancient times, and it's really still going on to this day, but it looks different. They call them advisors in the White House, or, consultants. But trust and believe, because I do some of this work for some people. The Emperor or the King, the Queen, the Empress, they always have a spiritual advisor. They have someone on their team giving them spiritual guidance and foresight, giving them the wisdom to build their empire, giving them the heads up on certain things. They also have the material skills. Okay, so you want to do this, you want to implement what policy, you want to start what business. Okay, boom, boom, boom. I have all the tools and skills necessary to bring this to life in the 3D. I'm pulling it from the ethers and bringing it to the earth. I'm bringing it to life. We need these aspects of ourselves, y'all. All of these aspects have to work together. We cannot build these empires, at least on solid ground, because we know what happens when we build empires on shaky ground, baby. We're seeing it right now in Hollywood, in the news, and just everything. With no spiritual guidance or grounding, they fall. So Spirit is saying, through this shadow work, you will be prepared, 5 of Pentacles, to leave this lack mindset behind. The unworthiness, which have 2 5s, change. There's a rapid change coming. You're going to leave this behind. And your crow/raven spirit will be right there advising you to step into this balance and this power. Integrating all aspects of yourself through the shadow work that you could be avoiding or that you're currently going through. Take this as a sign. If you're going through it now, keep going, because you see what lies ahead. All right, guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed the messages from the Raven and Crow spirits. I thank you so much for tuning into this channel, and if you stay to the very end, thank you. Please check out any details in the description box. I'm sending you guys so much love during this time of change and transition. Until next time, peace.